Grind City Wrestling, and it is episode 301, if you can believe that. Hello, everybody. I am Dustin Starr. Be sure to give us a follow on social media at Grind City Media. Take that subscribe button to Slap City wherever you're watching, wherever you're listening, especially here on YouTube. Check out the archives. We've got interviews with wrestling's biggest stars, grindcitymedia.com/podcast. And last week, we had a huge episode 300 with boxing legend Butterbean. He was here. You got to go back and check that out. And also, by the way, he was right about everything that he said. We're going to talk a little bit about that today. So this week, a Memphis Wrestling superstar has been awarded a WWE ID contract. It all went down on Sunday's TV taping. Plus, we got to talk about Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, WWE, and so much more. So let's not waste any time. Let me bring in my co-host, my tag team partner. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Devin Walker, baby!
You mentioned the magic word tag teams, right? And there's a topic that I want to talk about today that involves the word tag teams. But first off, I want to give a salute to your guy. Can we mention the name?
Yes. Okay, so this is all on the internet right now. We have not posted as far as...
because they haven't posted a video. Everybody else posted a video except Dustin's promotion, by the way.
It's going through the legal department. I don't even know what I could say about it, honestly, but I think we're not going to post about it until WWE puts it out first.
You get a moment in the stardom and you are not prepared. Good job,
Dustin.
Dustin.
That is not true.
Good
the
job.
Footage has been
there.
Good
job, Dustin. I'm so proud of you, Dustin.
I wanted to come on here and I wanted to share the video. I wanted to show you guys the pictures, and that's all coming. And by the time this podcast drops, go to @WWE ID and you'll see that, or just @Mem Wrestling and you'll see it as well. But yes, WWE has a huge problem now, Devin.
They have a huge problem, and a 350-pound problem. Shout out to the problem child getting WWE ID, man. That's big time. That's big time for you. That's big time for Memphis Wrestling, and it's even bigger time for the problem child. So shout out to him, man. That's much love. You know what that's going to start, though, right? You know what that's going to start?
My phone has been blowing up.
Your phone's been blowing up.
For a week
I bet
now.
you're backstage. There's some talent backstage like, yo, how do I get my moment? A lot of people, I've noticed this too online, 5-star. A lot of your guys on your roster have started to post a lot more on social media because they want to be identified by WWE ID.
Oh, yeah!
So shout out to you, man. Shout out to Memphis Wrestling, bigger than ever. But yeah, this tag team thing. You want to talk about it now? You want to talk about it later?
Well, I want to correct you first because he's not 350 pounds. He's 6'4", 420 pounds, 23
Why you give him?
years old.
You gave him some more meat.
Dude's 420 pounds legit, 23 years old. Now get this, Devin, this is what's so crazy, is that WWE has been signing guys all over the United States to these ID contracts. The person that they chose was not only our Memphis Heritage champion, which, by the way, your champion is the one that gets the contract.
Which is dope for you because it means that you picked the right guy.
Absolutely. Not only that, but somehow, some way, Aaron Roberts is the one and only Grand Slam winner in Memphis Wrestling. He's won the Internet Championship. He's won the tag team titles. He even won the Trios rings. He actually traded the Trios rings in for an opportunity for the Internet title and won it. And he's the Memphis Heritage champion. The guy has literally done it all.
Shout out Problem Child.
Wait till you see the video.
If you want a problem, I can be a problem.
Love it.
If you want a problem, I can. By the way, also a great theme.
Problem Child.
Great theme song, by the way, too.
Favorites.
I think him, K Toomer, some of your guys have great theme songs. But yeah, I'm so happy for Justin Roberts, man. The real question is, does Justin Case go with him?
No.
Ooh.
No. So that's.
Ooh.
Well, that's a double-edged sword. Justin Case is a little older than Aaron Roberts and all that kind of stuff. But now
that's his advocate.
But look. Now Justin Case can build a stable on this, man. This guy right here.
Are you writing the storyline right now on the show?
It writes itself.
Yeah.
Justin Case has led the most dominant force that we've seen so far. I mean, arguably the Gun Show, but Gun Show's not a Grand Slam champion.
He's not a Grand Slam champion.
So Justin Case has been leading Aaron Roberts, and now what will he do next?
Yeah.
Because they're not. I mean, they're still together, obviously.
Yeah, but yeah, salute to him, man. That's big time, man. WWE, that's national news right there. That's not just local. I know people are like, oh, they're talking about local wrestling. No, bro. A local Memphis wrestling star has been ID'd by WWE. Everybody knows WWE. So shout out Justin Roberts, Aaron Roberts. I'm ready to see what he does with that deal.
The people were so crazy. The internet, when you're looking at, somebody getting the contract in the ring, they did these all throughout the week. Even William Regal went into a locker room and handed out some contracts and stuff. It seems like all the fans cheer. It's like instantly you turn them babyface because it's like, oh, we're so proud.
Yeah.
Not in Memphis.
They boo?
You still suck. You still suck. Boo, you egg-sucking dog.
By the way, where the hell did that come from?
I have no idea. The audience comes up with these nicknames and just starts chanting it.
I was so confused. Okay, whatever.
I am so proud.
That's beside the point.
Of the Memphis wrestling crowd because they didn't turn. They didn't cheer him. They booed him. They were still talking mess to him the whole time.
They were.
You know what? I would have loved, like Dylan Brooks comes back, or who came back this year to the Forum?
Who's the villain? Draymond Green?
Just anybody that's a former Grizzly that comes in the house, right?
Yeah.
Treat him like a heel.
For sure. For sure. For sure.
Let's pro wrestling this thing.
No, I love it.
Fans booed Aaron out of the building.
But yeah, good for him, man. That's big time. But I really want to tell you my tag team question. I really want to. Let's start this conversation now.
Let's do it.
Before we really get into the Tyson, whatever. I don't want to talk about that. Whatever.
We got to talk about the best wrestling we watched all week. We got to talk about Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. I mean, it was pretty much like pro wrestling.
It was basically pro wrestling.
Really. But
my question to you, 5-star, before we really get into the meat and potatoes of this show, I want to ask you a question. This is the question I was pondering one day on my couch while I'm wearing the Edge T-shirt. By the way, it says everybody has some edge in them. On the back, it says, "How sharp is your edge?" Great T-shirt by WWF back in the day, by the way.
I am an Edge head. I have a story with Edge. Me and him talked, linked up at some point. Man, great dude.
But my question for you, 5-star, I want to ask this question to our Memphis wrestling fans. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
What happened to tag team finishers?
They're still around.
There's no tag team finishers. Back when I was a child, back in my day, as they would say, give me the grumpy old man, we had the Dudley Boys with the 3D.
Yes.
We had the Dudley Boys with the Waza. We had the Hardy Boys with the Twist of Fate Swanton combo.
Yeah.
We had even Road Warriors had their finishing move.
Oh, man, the Doomsday Device.
Doomsday
is one
Device.
Of the most deadly finishing moves in all of pro wrestling.
So my question to you is, in this point of wrestling right now, other than you take away the Young Bucks because they have a plethora of them.
What is it, the Meltzer driver?
Yeah, they have a couple of them.
V3 trigger or something?
Yeah, all that. But my question to you, in WWE, who has the tag team finisher? See, you got to think about it, huh? You got to think about it.
Immediately, I thought of Street Profits, but I don't know what their finish is.
Exactly.
Then you've got the Usos, and they usually do double super kicks. They do splashes off the top, but it's not like a Doomsday Device.
Exactly. Keep going. Keep going.
Meltzer driver.
Keep going. No, see, look, you're proving my point as you say this out loud. Keep going.
Who are the tag team champions right now? That would be.
I don't even know who the tag team champs are.
Well, it's the Motor City Machine Guns.
It's who they do moves together. They are a tandem.
They have combinations, but I don't remember them hitting like a tag team finisher yet.
I think it's Big Head JD and Finn Balor was the tag team champs on Raw, by the way.
And I don't know their tag team finish either.
See, so you like I just said about a minute ago.
Yeah,
you've proven my point.
I don't know that there's necessarily tag team finishing moves.
Bring back the tag team finishing moves. It is a dying art in professional wrestling. I, Devin Walker, sitting here, born in 1993, was a big fan of the Dudley Boys, big fan of the Hardy Boys, big fan of Edge and Christian. All had tag team finishers. Bring back the tag team finishers. That's all I ask. Which camera do I look at? Which one?
I immediately started looking
this one?
Towards Memphis.
Bring back the tag team finishers.
Because in Memphis, you've got the LA Hustlers. They have a tag team finisher. I don't know what it's called, but they do the scoop him up, close on him off, and the big splash or whatever. The Twins of Salem do the neck breaker and the devil splash off the top rope. That's their combo. So there's two. There's two more in Memphis that I could name.
Well, we're not talking about Memphis. We're talking about.
I named one off of AEW. That's
what I said. Like they have theirs, like the Young Bucks, but like other than the Young Bucks,
the O'Neill brothers, they've been using the 3D ever since they dressed up as 3D.
By the way, that's an ode to the one I just mentioned. But go ahead. But no, bring back. I want to bring back the tag team finishers.
Derek King and Ray Sanders had the super kick and then the big splash.
This guy, man. I'm talking about WWE, and he's talking about local Memphis wrestling.
Well, no, I'm saying that there are tag team finishers out there, but I don't remember any from WWE.
On a scale of WWE, where are the tag team finishers? I'm looking for them.
Well, I remember the Hart Foundation had their finish. Demolition had a finish. Legion of Doom had a finish. There is a whole plethora.
That's what I'm saying.
You're just calling me off the top of my head, but old school, there was a lot of tag team finishers. And I keep mentioning the Doomsday Device because I was always terrified of ever even thinking about taking that.
Yeah.
Because they sit the guy on the top like a chicken fight, right?
Yep.
The other dude, who's by the way 275 pounds of muscle, diving off the top rope and clotheslining the guy's head
flip.
off. Now you flip, but what happens when they don't take care of you is you can flip and land on your head, which has happened and broken necks.
That's tough.
Or they can kind of go back with you or give you the push to where you can make the flip and land flat. And it's a lot more safe, but very, very, very dangerous move.
So, yeah, there you go. That's my question of the day. Well, that's my hot take of the day or my anger rant of the day. Bring back tag team finishers. I'll have one every week. What am I going to bitch about next week? Find out.
You and I are a tag team.
We are.
We should have a tag team finisher. So if we were to tag team against somebody, what would our finisher be? So you got to think about it. We're not going to be able to pick everybody up. So it needs to be something that is like hard hitting.
Yeah.
We don't really have to pick the dude up.
Let's see. What can we have? I mean, I was a big Hardy Boys fan as a kid.
I don't know if my neck would take me doing a swanton because you could.
I could do the swanton. I can't really flip.
I can do the twist of fate.
There you go. You do twist of fate. I'll swanton. Would be the Hardy Boys, the remix.
Best wrestling that we watched all week. Moving on, it's definitely not going to be a tag team match or a tag team finishing match. But what is the best wrestling that you watched all week, Devin?
I think it's a continuation of who's the last member of the five of the War Games team for the Roman Reigns side. Because I think we found out. I think for me, the best wrestling of the week is finding out who the fifth man was for the new Bloodline, and I love the way they did it. Right.
So you do like this?
Because he fits in perfectly. Man. Bronson Reed with the black shirt, with the hair. He fits in with the group so perfect.
Let me ask
you
something.
Way they did it, it looked great. But ask me a question.
How pissed off is Rikishi right now?
About what?
You put Bronson Reed in the Bloodline. Meanwhile, there's like 100 other relatives floating around that they could bring in. Rikishi's like, this dude's not Bloodline.
He's a fake Bloodline member.
He's like, he's not blood.
Yeah, he's a lie. He's there.
Zilla Fatu, put him in.
Yeah, he is somewhere angry right now.
What was it, a Lance Anoya or whatever? They've got other signs.
There's so many of them. Maybe they're not ready yet.
Did this jump the shark?
Jump what shark? What shark are we jumping? Where's the other shark? Where's the shark?
Well, so you've got Sammy on the other side.
Yes.
Right? So I guess it's okay to bring in somebody that's not Bloodline, but if it's Bloodline, it's family. Bronson Reed has never even interacted with these guys.
He hasn't, but I think he just has the look, right? He has the heel look, and I just love it. But I think the best part for me, my favorite part about the whole segment that was on SmackDown was the Roman Reigns backstage segment where he picks up his phone.
Yeah. Now,
and if you're a real wrestling fan, when you know when he picks up his phone when it says it's going to voicemail.
Yeah.
Because if you remember, Solo destroyed the wise man's phone.
And if you're one of those wrestling fans that's going on the internet and hating this story because, he could have just transferred the number and blah, 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 blah. Shut up.
Stop, don't be that guy.
Get off my lawn.
Don't be that guy. But no, I think for me,
very good storytelling on that.
Yeah, I said that in the very long-winded way. I said my best wrestling of the week is the very subtle, like I said, they're building the teams, but the very subtle Roman Reigns pick up the phone. Did he say, let me call the wise man. Is that what he says?
Something like that.
Something like that. Picks up the phone. It starts ringing. It's ringing. Your voice has recorded to voicemail. And the show just ends. But for me, all of us who have been tapped into the storyline for so long, we know why that phone went to voicemail. And for me, that pop when Paul Heyman says,
well,
ladies and gentlemen, that first pop when he comes out is going to be amazing. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
It's pretty clearly obvious that Bronson is on the other side, so that way Seth can tag team with Roman Reigns, right?
Yes.
Bronson beating Seth Rollins on Monday Night Raw was the best wrestling I watched all week, other than Aaron Roberts getting the WWE ID contract.
For sure.
It was that moment, and I talked about it just a minute ago, but I mean, Aaron Roberts' arms had goosebumps on him the whole time this thing was going down.
Really?
Oh, it was just incredible. His family was there. His little girl was there, who's probably 1 or 2 years old. So, but I feel like the only reason that they have Bronson Reed in this thing is to get Seth Rollins on the other side with Roman. Mm-hmm. And I don't know that I like it.
You don't like it?
But if it's not Seth, who is it?
That's a great question.
You want to know who I think it is?
Who?
If it's not Seth freaking Rollins.
Who is it?
Yeah, you got the wise man, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if it's the return of Brock Lesnar?
That would be amazing.
It is the wise man.
If you want to fantasy book this,
there are rumors that Brock really Lesnar was finalizing a return and all that kind of stuff. And you can say lawsuit, Vince, and all that stuff. But all that is at this point is talk. And nothing's officially come out to really just bury Brock. So he's just sitting on the sidelines right now.
As you lay this out, I love it more and more.
As we approach the Royal Rumble,
I love it.
Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, then WrestleMania, it's Brock Lesnar season, baby.
I love it. I'm with you, Dustin.
Usually Brock Lesnar season is SummerSlam.
Yeah,
we all know what happened right around SummerSlam that prevented him.
We're not talking about
Seth
that.
Rollins or Brock Lesnar?
If we just want like chaos, I want Brock.
Possibly a spinoff. We saw Braun Strowman fighting Bronson Reed, and it was incredible. You said it was a 5-star fight. Like, it was just incredible how it was a match, but it wasn't a match, and it was just so exciting. Just imagine if Brock Lesnar and Bronson Reed fought all over a building or something like that. It would just be
amazing.
Amazing. So the best wrestling that I watched all week, other than Aaron Roberts, was just a tremendous match with Seth Rollins and Bronson Reed, and I'm glad that Bronson won. Mm-hmm. Even though Solo kind of helped or whatever, but gives that victory back to the big man. And he probably should have won the other contest.
But,
against Seth.
Can't win them all.
All right, got some quick hits. All right, quick hits. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. Sold out, 100 and something thousand people.
In Dallas, Texas.
Texas.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What
very WWE.
Did you watch first of all?
I was tapped in. I was very much locked in. The Grizzlies playing at the same time, so I had it on my big TV. I had the Netflix stuff on my big TV. That's how locked in I was.
Were you buffering?
I was buffering. I will say, when Mike Tyson's ass cheeks popped on my television screen.
Oh, my God.
That's when I knew it was going to be a rough night for good old Mike. Very WWE. Jake Paul's entrance with the I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
With Eddie Guerrero's lowrider.
With Eddie Guerrero's lowrider is very, very WWE of him.
How many phones and cameras were in that car? There was one in the middle.
A lot of cameras.
This one guy in the back has 2 cameras.
Yeah, a lot going on.
I don't even know what he's doing. He's got 2 cameras.
We still haven't seen footage, but he was a lot of cameras going on. But I would say when we got in the ring, I would say it was WWE for me until I saw how bad Mike looked. He looked like a 6-year-old man, and I felt so bad.
Did you see the training videos? And I know Butterbean said those are they're sped up or whatever. By the way, let me just
shout out Butterbean.
Let me say, shout out Butterbean. You were right, 100%. He kept saying, even on the Chris Vernon show, he did Sports 56. He was on this show, and he said it over and over and over again, and we didn't want to hear it. We did not even want to fathom the fact that this was going to be rigged and it wasn't going to be a real fight. But Butterbean said, if it's a real fight, Tyson would kill him. If it's not.
Yeah.
And guess what we got?
That's what we got. Do it again, Dustin. Do your little thing again. Put it on Dustin. That's what him. Yeah, whatever that thing he's doing. It was very whatever.
I was so disappointed.
Me too. But I think we're
I was even sad for just a minute.
I was sad for Mike. When I saw him go to the corner, I think after one of those rounds, he was like wheezing.
He had his
he was doing like the old man thing. I was like, damn, Mike. But no, man, it was WWE as hell.
I don't believe it.
You don't believe it?
I don't believe it.
What do you not believe?
Mike Tyson could have knocked him out anytime he wanted. I feel like Mike's sparring, even if it was sped up.
He looked very tired, Dustin.
Man, it didn't even look like he was trying.
The first round he tried, but he's 60. I also was sad as hell about. I wanted Mike to win the fight, but when I saw him after the second round, I was like, "There's no chance. He's about to pass out." He was like this.
You know what it was?
He was like, I was like, bro, he looks like a 60-year-old man.
It was reminiscent of Ric Flair's last match.
You are. Speak on it.
You know the sports,
speak on it. He looked like you are 1,000% correct about that.
Sports analogy that you feel like you're drowning.
Yes.
You know, like you're in the mud. You're just so exhausted and so tired that you're really just worried about breathing.
Yes.
You're not even really worried about survival or the fight or the match. I mean, I've been that tired in a match before, just blown up, and it's almost like it's all you can do, just to breathe. And I felt like Mike Tyson was there. I know Ric Flair was there.
It
looked like Tyson was there.
You mentioned the Ric Flair thing. I think you were spot on with that because even Ric Flair had his own medical issues going into his last match.
Mike Tyson
talked about afterwards he had his own medical issues and he was just glad to be a part of the fight. So you comparing that to the Ric Flair final match? I think that is a perfect tie-in to wrestling, right?
Absolutely.
One of the heroes of our childhoods or our younger days, Ric Flair, woo! The Mike Tyson, I'm the baddest man on the planet. I'll eat your babies. I'll eat your kid, whatever. One of the baddest men on the planet. I broke my back. One of the baddest men on the planet. Goes into his final match. And we reminisce. We tell ourselves, he can still do this. Rick can still do this. The bell rings, and it's like, oh, shit, he can't do this.
Let's take it a step further with wrestling. So this was very much like pro wrestling in the sense that Jake Paul paid Mike Tyson to come out of retirement and paid Mike Tyson to put him over. That was it.
I'll let you have that. I don't know about that one. I think Mike was legitimately like old, bro. He looked like an old
Either way, whether he was legitimately old and Jake Paul knew 100% that he could beat Mike Tyson or if it was rigged, either way, Jake Paul paid Mike Tyson $20 million to come put him over. And even if Tyson had knocked him out, Jake Paul made $40 million. Who really won?
Hey.
So, yes, to tie it back to wrestling, Mike Tyson did the favor. He put Jake Paul over no matter which way you look at it. Tyson walked away with $20 million. Jake Paul allegedly walked away with $40 million. And here we are talking about Mike Tyson working for 16 minutes, making $20 million.
Rack up that money, Big Mike. I'm happy for you. Ric Flair in the flesh. Shout out.
You know who I think is probably an even bigger loser in this thing?
Who?
Like, at least right now, because of the stench? WWE. Because check this out. Triple H was at a Travis Scott concert.
He was in Vegas.
And announced
Complex Con.
Announced that Travis Scott would be at the first Netflix Raw. And as soon as Triple H said the word Netflix, boo, the whole crowd started booing.
Oh, because they're, hey, man, look, bro. They'll be all right.
So by January, hopefully it blows over.
Netflix has a couple months to get it together because, yes, they had this big fight. They have a couple NFL games on Christmas to figure it out with.
They better figure it out fast.
They got to figure out the live events because they've been 0-2 in the live events so far. So Netflix, get your shit together.
Get it together. Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano was absolutely unbelievable. The big gash in the eyebrow was absolutely. It was like her face was falling out.
Yeah, it was weird. I was freaked out by that. It was like flipping. Yeah, whatever. Keep next topic.
Rhea Ripley made her return. We thought she was going to be out for several months. I think this was on one of the taped Raws, but I had no idea. I was working and I was watching Raw last night, and I was like, "Whoa, Rhea Ripley's back." So I think I don't really care if it's taped.
As long as you keep the spoilers away from me, I can rock with it.
Well, you just got to stay off the internet.
Yeah, that's not hard for me.
Any notes? Do you have any notes for pro wrestling this week?
Oh, that's all I got. I really brought up my tag team thing was really the thing that was really kind of grinding my gears a little bit. But no, we're a couple weeks away from the War Games match. I'm looking forward to seeing that. If you fantasy book this right, I swear to you, Brock Lesnar comes back, I will take my shirt off on the show.
Well, everybody seems to think. I mean, it's obvious. It's like obvious that they're going to have Seth. They already asked Seth, right? Seth and Roman were part of the Shield, and I don't want to see Seth and Roman back unless Dean Ambrose is back.
Nah, for real though.
John Moxley, you got to have them all.
And the thing is, if you do that, you got to have a T spot where there's a chair involved.
Something. And plus, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns were just fighting at WrestleMania.
Yeah, they were.
I mean, please don't stretch. Make us think for real that you're being lazy with this booking and that it's going to be Seth, and then give me Brock.
Don't. Say. You know, when I was young, I used to like play that music. Like, okay, was this a me thing?
You're like Mark a little bit.
What's
his name?
Mark who?
Mark, the guy that sings all the theme songs.
Oh,
what's his name?
Oh, what's his name? Oh, it's time to play the game.
And how you play
it's time to play the game.
He gets booked on independent wrestling.
You should book him.
I actually reached out. I got an email out.
You should book him.
He's gonna sing "Whoop That Trick." If he comes in. Damn, what's his name? Go ahead. Tell me something. I'm gonna look him up.
Is it just me? Or did you
What's his name?
people out there, our wrestling fans out there? Did you, when you were younger, did you play the wrestlers' theme songs and you used to walk it out of a room?
Yes.
And turn the lights off and
Are
then
you kidding me?
walk in the room and act like you're
Big Daddy Mark.
Big Daddy Mark.
Shout out to Big Daddy Mark.
I used to do
you to
that.
come sing "Whoop That Trick" at
No,
Memphis Wrestling.
we don't need to do that.
Oh, that would be
please,
so viral.
Please don't do that. But no, I used to do like Brock Lesnar. Remember Batista's theme song? He used to be like,
We all had to do it.
I used to do that.
But it was the Hardy Boys was the one.
Oh yeah, Hardy's is
Hardy's
that's
was
an
the
easy one because you can
one,
do the
And then the spit in the water.
Oh yeah, the spit in the water was one.
How many times you get in trouble for spitting the water?
All the time.
Yeah. Hey, look, I was still trick-or-treating dressed as Hollywood Hulk Hogan at age 15.
Damn, bro.
I have 3 younger sisters, so we would all go. And I remember the thing that made me stop is we stopped at one of the doors or whatever, and dude, bro, I was decked out as Hollywood Hogan with the belt, the fake beard, and everything. But there was a girl that I went to school with that opened the door. And I was like, shit.
Yeah, I look like a weenie right now.
So I stopped trick-or-treating.
Look like a weenie right now.
Because
but no,
of that.
shout out to everybody who used to dress up and used to walk out of the room and walk in the room and do their interest musics. We all used to do it. I used to do Booker T too. I used to do them all.
Man, I'm trying to book K Toomer versus Zilla Fatu right now. Booker T, if you're watching or listening, help a brother out. Also, this email here says, Memphis booking inquiry. We're interested in booking Big Daddy Mark in Memphis. How do we make this happen? Big Daddy Mark, one of Big Daddy Mark's friends, clip this and send it to him.
Oh no, we don't.
We gotta have Big Daddy Mark singing "Whoop That Trick," and if he does, we're gonna replace the theme song to this podcast with Big Daddy Mark singing "Whoop That Trick."
We don't need that.
What would it sound like?
We don't need
Whoop that trick.
We don't.
Whoop that trick.
We don't need that. We don't need that.
All right, wrapping things up.
We don't need that.
Here's what's coming up for Memphis Wrestling. This Saturday, November 23rd at 8 p.m., so a later bell time. We're at Ghost River Brewing Company on Main Street. Not Beale Street, but we're on Main Street. Saturday, 8 p.m. It's going to be awesome. Tap in there.
If I can come to that.
MemphisWrestling.tv. Tickets are as low as $10. If you do get the VIP ticket, it comes with a lanyard. The lanyard will get you $1 off beer all night long.
What time's your show?
8 p.m. Then next Saturday, November 30th, during the day, we've got Memphis Wrestling Stars of Tomorrow. It's our latest training class. They're almost sold the building out, so it should be sold out before November 30th. Plus, it's featuring the best technical wrestler in the world, Jonathan Gresham, going one-on-one with 3-time internet champion, the Boz, Tim Bosby. Then December 8th is the Grind City Rumble featuring Top Dollar AJ Francis.
Yes.
And also we announced earlier today that Buff Bagwell will be in the house on December 8th for the Grind City Rumble. But wait.
Did you just say
There's more.
Buff Bagwell's gonna be there?
Buff will be there.
Is he gonna turn on my boy?
AJ Francis will be there. He better not. Big John Dalton?
Yeah.
He better not.
I mean, I just saw Big John Don post a video. I don't want to just be known as Buff Bagwell's tag team partner.
Well, he didn't win the Memphis Heritage Championship. He didn't win the Internet Championship.
Sounds like he's a loser.
Well, that's what he's got to figure out. How is he
It's all
going
right,
to get singles
BJD.
gold?
It's okay, BJD. Keep your head up, my guy.
Also, we are going to make a huge announcement later this week. I've been actually waiting on the WWE news to drop because that's going to just, that's going to flood the socials. So I'm waiting because we have a huge, bro, if you think WWE tweeting us is not going to flood the socials.
I need you to get this video figured out, bro. You in legal department.
But later this week, we're going to make another huge announcement. And when I say huge announcement, this is not a Tony Khan huge announcement. This is a huge announcement for Memphis Wrestling.
Is it?
And it's regarding December 8th.
Okay, we'll see. I've seen your huge announcements, and they've been very underwhelming before.
Really?
You said big announcement. It was a freaking tugboat. Like, get out of here.
Tugboat was awesome, by the way. All right, that's all I got. Devin, what's going on this weekend?
We got Grizzlies basketball, more Grizzlies basketball. I think that's maybe why I can't come to your show Saturday, because the Grizzlies play on Saturday. They play in Chicago at 7. But I'll be watching the Grizzly game. Maybe I can bring my computer and come watch it at
post up at 7 and
we could probably do that. We'll see.
time at 8. We'll have a couple of beers. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we'll probably do that. But yeah, bro, we're just chilling, man, living life, doing this podcast, kicking ass, taking names,
All right, we'll be back next week. I am Dustin Starr. He is Devin Walker, baby, and this has been Grind City Wrestling. Call me Big Daddy Mark.
Please don't.
I would book him in a heartbeat.